Hi everyone, it's Dre and One. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to make this high neck halter top. If that sounds like something you're interested in, do well to watch the video to the end. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, make sure to turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. With that being said, let's begin. So here I have my pattern paper. I went ahead to draw my starting point. So at that point, I'll be coming down by 5 inches. I'll connect it. So this is my 5 inches. So all my measurements will be starting from this point. So I'll go ahead now and take my blouse length. So I'll be making use of 26 inches for the length plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making it 27 inches. So I'll come over here and mark my half length of 16 inches. Come over here, mark my bust point of 9.5, then I'll connect. So those are my vertical measurements. So here is my bust point, my waistline, my top length, and my allowance. So I'll move over to this point. I'll go in by my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2. That gives me 7.5. Then at that point, I'll come down by 1 inch. Then at this point, I'll go in by my neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll connect. So at that point, I'll come down by my chest line. My chest line is 7. To get that measurement, divide your bust measurement by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Plus 1.5. That is how to get your chest line. So at that point, I'll go in by my half of my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. Then I'll connect it into a straight line this way. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to get the midpoint of this. So before that, I'll measure my bust measurement. My bust measurement is 33. 33 divided by 4 will give me 8 1/4. So I'll just do that. Then I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'll move over to my bust point and I'll be taking the same bust measurement plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Then I'll come over here. I'll mark my waist measurement is 29 divided by 4 will give me 7 1/4 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Then I'll move over to the hem line. I'll be marking my hip measurement, which is 38. 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5. So I'll mark that down there plus 1 inch sewing allowance. After that, the next thing I'm going to do right now is to connect these points together. So at this point, at this my neck width, I measure a neck width of 3 inches. So at this neck width, I'll just come in here at this point by 1 inch. at this point by 1 inch. Then I will place my curve rule this way to meet that 1 inch I mark over there, and connect my armhole this way. If you can see, so that's what I have there. So I'll come over at this point, I will go up by 1 inch, then I'll bring my curve through and connect it this way. Then at this point, I'll place my curve through and connect it this way. Just watch what I'm doing and follow. Just make sure the wideness of this should be 1.5. Sorry, should be 2.5. Mine is not up to that, so I just need to adjust it. Just make sure you have 2.5. It should be 2.5 inches wide. So this is what we're going to be using for that strap we have over the neck. So I have to measure that. I'm not getting it, so I just have to make sure I adjust it to have that 2.5. Just ignore this. So here I have my 2.5. Here I have 2.5. I'm just going to adjust the curve a little bit. You know, you can extend it as long as if you have enough pattern paper, you can just make sure you connect it. So this is what it looks like. The next thing we're going to do now is to go ahead and cut it off. I'm sorry, here is a little bit messed up, but just make sure you have the wideness of this drape at the neck part should be 2.5 inches wide. Just make sure you have that when drafting your own. Mine, this is 2.5 inches. So this is all for these measurements for this pattern. So the next thing we're going to do now is to cut it off. This is what it looks like. This is the front pattern. So we'll move over to cut the back pattern. Here I have another pattern paper I'll be using to cut the back. So there is no zipper allowance at the back of this top, so I'm not going to be leaving any allowance here. I'm just going to place them the same like this. Our back pattern is not going to get to the top, it's just going to stop at the chest line. So what I'm going to do is to just mark that point and also mark it here. So I'll go ahead and cut it. So you see, it's very easy. This top is very easy. So as a beginner, you can actually make this. You can make this. So just watch the video carefully and follow the steps, and you actually have exactly what you expect. So I'll be stopping at my chest line. So that is where the back pattern is going to stop. So I'll just take this out and cut it straight. this is my back pattern. So this is my back pattern. You can see that's where my back pattern ends. And your zipper is going to be on the side of your clothes. When cutting this on your fabric, make sure to fold your fabric into two before placing this to cut. And also when you're cutting the back, your fabric should also be on fold. So the only thing you're going to do is, you already added our sewing allowance on this pattern, so you just cut exactly what you have here. Then at this armhole, you just add half inch to it, and then you cut it. When sewing, you have to add to your strap. It depends on how long you want your strap to be, so make sure to add on your strap. You can cut another piece of fabric and join it over here. You can join it over here to make this longer. So it's because we don't have enough pattern paper, that's why I couldn't make it longer. So when you're sewing it, make sure to join it so you can have the length of this to you can have your desired length of that particular area. So then for the asymmetric, when you cut your fabric on fold, I didn't cut this pattern paper on fold, I open it up. So for you to get that asymmetric shape at the bottom of that top, you just, this is the center of our fabric, of our pattern paper. So this is the center of our pattern paper. So for you to get that asymmetric shape, you just come at the side. This is the side of our top. It's because I cut this paper on open, I didn't cut it on fold. So for you to get that shape at the bottom, it has a curvy shape at the bottom. So for you to get it, it depends on the side you want to put it, whether you want to put it on the right side or on the left side. So just come up here. It depends on how curvy you want it to also look. So you can come here by 5 inches or 4 inches, then you connect it all the way to the other end. So the other end, you just come this way. I'm just showing you. So when you want to do it on your fabric, so you just do something like this. It's going to pass from the center, this center, all the way to the other end of the blouse. So you just connect it all the way and take it up here, then you cut it out. So you cut it out this way. So this is how you get that asymmetric line. When you're cutting, you'll make sure to fold your fabric or your fabric into two before cutting this, so that you'll be able to get that curve at the end part of your top. So for you to get that is exactly what I showed you here. Mine is not showing properly because my pattern paper is not on fold. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you've learned something from this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you have any question, make sure to leave it in the comment section. See you guys in my next video.